Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is ThePromG and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, what we're going to today is my favorite covers in my manga collection part 2. For those of you guys who aren't familiar, one of the first videos I ever did on this channel was displaying my top manga covers in my entire collection, and that video was super fun to make, and I think a lot of you guys really enjoyed that one. And since obviously my manga collection has grown drastically since then, I have a lot more amazing covers in my collection that I really want to show off in this video. You know, they never say judge a book by its cover, but when it comes to manga, the cover can say a lot about the specific volume or the series in general, so I think it's going to be really fun to look at some of these covers and kind of tell you guys why I enjoy them personally. But if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more manga videos just like this. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so the first volume that we're going to be looking at today is Blue Spring by Taiyo Matsumoto. Now, this is by far one of my favorite covers in my manga collection. I don't know, something about it is just super sick. Now, when we're talking real life, smoking is a big no-no, but something about smoking in manga and anime I think is just super sick, especially when it's delinquents in Matsumoto manga. And if you guys don't already know this, I'm a huge fan of Taiyo Matsumoto's manga, especially his artwork, and you see his signature style coming in this cover, as well as the really detailed paint strokes, as you can see if you look closely on the clothing that he wears, on his hand and on his face. It's super detailed, as well as the paint stroke text on the blue spring that goes in the background for blue and in the foreground for spring. I think it's a really cool touch, and it really brings the whole cover together. And the next volume I have for this video is actually another Matsumoto manga, but that is volume 3 of Tekkonkinkreet Black and White. Now, when it comes to Tekkonkinkreet, when most people read it, they either read the scans or the big all-in-one edition, but it's really a shame that not a lot of people get to read these beautiful single versions of the series. But when it comes to the single volumes, I think that volume 3 is by far my favorite out of the three. I mean, just the pink kind of hue or overlay over the entire picture right next to this baby, you know, robin egg blue, that really goes in contrast with that pink. And I think that the pink hue over our characters black and white here really do play into the trippy atmosphere of this series, which I think is really well done and one of the big drawing points towards Tekkonkinkreet. And if you guys watched the part 1 video of my favorite covers in manga, then you'll know that I'm just a sucker for pink manga. I think that this volume especially is done super well. Alright, so the next volume that I'm going to be showing off today is a Slam Dunk volume, and the volume that I'm showing off is volume 30. Now, when it comes to Slam Dunk, there are so many different amazing covers that I could have chosen to include in this video, but I decided to go with volume 30. Something about this volume in particular has always just stood out to me. I think the main reason that I really love this cover is the watercolored sky. I hope you can see kind of the blots and where the watercoloring is done for the blue background of this cover. And of course, the blue sky in contrast with Sakuragi's red haircut right there. I mean, it's just super cool, as well as the birds flying in the background. As you can see how the perspective is kind of looking up at Sakuragi to kind of portray how he's grown as a character throughout the series, as it is volume 30 nearing the end. And I think that this cover does a really good job of portraying how he went from kind of this delinquent who really didn't care about basketball, how he only really joined to get this girl's attention, to how he's become, you know, part of the basketball team family. And it really does have this great appreciation for the sport. But yeah, super dope cover, even though they got my man's neck looking a little bit long there, kind of got my boy looking like a Q-tip. But you know, it is what it is, and I will always have this as one of my favorite covers from all of Slam Dunk. The next volume for this video is one that I actually got very recently, and I kind of teased at this as one of my favorite covers in an Instagram Q&A. Someone asked me my favorite cover at the moment, and I said this one, and that of course is Sanctuary Volume 5. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar, Sanctuary is just a super badass series that follows a politician and a Yakuza as they're working their way up through Japan to gain power and ultimately create this sanctuary for themselves and for Japan. And this cover, I think, is just super sick with this, you know, armor. I don't know if it's a shogun or samurai armor, but as you can see, it's just super detailed and translucent, as you can see the characters through the back of it there. And again, kind of like with Slam Dunk, how you get this perspective where you're looking up at the characters just to kind of portray how badass and how powerful they are in their respective scenes. I guess for this cover, both these characters are in the Yakuza, and they're both super badass. And of course, Ryoichi Ikegami's artwork is just spectacular on the cover. If you guys aren't familiar, here's some artwork from the actual series. I mean, just super detailed and classic. And overall, this will definitely hold its place as one of the most badass covers in my entire manga collection. Speaking of badass covers, the next one up is volume 4 of Eden It's an Endless World. Now, as you guys know, this is my favorite series of all time. Currently, I think at the number 4 or 5 spot. But that's besides the point, and one of the reasons why I really love this series is the badass characters. And here on the front cover, we have Kenji dual wielding some knives splattered in blood. And just the colors that are used on this cover, obviously, you have the green of Kenji's jacket there, the blood splattered on his knives, as well as this kind of, I don't even know what to call this, the red and blue, kind of looks like cotton candy, I guess, on the bottom there, right next to this killing machine robot. I mean, everything in this cover is just super well done, and it comes together very nicely. And if you guys have not read Eden It's an Endless World, honestly, Kenji as a character is almost enough reason to start reading this series. He's just such a beast, and I think that this cover really brings out what his character is about. And for the final volume that I'm going to be showing off in this video, I'm kind of going to have to cheat because I'm splitting it between 3 volumes. I just cannot decide which one is the best. One of the big drawing points for this final series is absolutely masterful artwork, especially the watercolor pages and the brilliantly colored panels, but this last series is of course Mobile Suit Gundam: The Origin. Honestly, screw it, I'm just going to show off all 3 of these volumes I've chosen for this video. I'm not going to say, oh, let's compare and see which one's better, because they're all amazing in their own right. But here is volume 4, as you can see, Amuro, as well as the 3 black TriStar units, and just a super awesome scene. And on the back we have this amazing watercolored image of white base flying in, I forget what country this is, but again, just super beautiful. But the main cover is just awesome, where it has the red sky with the orange hue on the mountains, and of course the badass Gundam fight going on in the foreground. Then we have volume 10, which is, I would probably say, my favorite cover. I kind of decide right now after looking them all over, but volume 10 is just so sick. We have Amuro and Char in their respective Gundam facing off with Lala in the background, and just the galaxy watercolored image in the background with the pinks and purples, again, looks kind of like cotton candy. It's just so smooth, so amazing, as well as the spine. And the back cover with the big Zom on the background, one of my favorite moments from this entire series. And then the final volume is volume 11. Again, the colors with the galaxy in the background, the purple with the pinks and the red and the blue would just go together brilliantly on this front cover. And I gotta mention the spine for the one time. I mean, everything about these vertical volumes is just super well done, as well as the back when he's firing off the gun. I mean, I don't know what to say. I've said all at this point. This series is so badass, and the artwork is done amazing to boot. And again, I could go over almost every cover from Mobile Suit Gundam: The Origin manga. They're all amazing, but my favorite covers out of the entire series would have to be the 3 that I just showed off. But anyway, guys, those are all the manga covers that I have to show for you guys in this video today. Let me know in the comments below, what are your favorite manga covers of all time? Do we share any similar tastes, or do you think there's some covers that I just don't know about and are your favorites? I'm definitely curious to know what your favorite covers are in the comments below. And as always, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more manga videos just like this. So yeah, this has been ThePromG. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and as always, hope to catch you in the next one.